Hey everybody, I'm Justin with AmericanTrucks.com, and this is going to be my quick review and install of the Flowmaster Outlaw Extreme Catback Exhaust System with Turndown, available for your 2011 through 2014 5-liter powered F-150. Plain and simple, if you're looking for the loudest and most affordable setup on the site for your 5-liter heater short of cutting off your factory exhaust system, look no further than the Outlaw Extreme from Flowmaster. This sub $300 catback will dump underneath the truck, making for a cleaner look in my opinion, and the install will involve the smallest amount of cutting, making this a strong 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, but we will have some more detail on the install later on. Now this one really couldn't get any simpler here, gang. The Outlaw Extreme is going to offer great bang for your buck when overall volume is the #1 priority, easily pegging my Wake the Neighbor scale at a strong 5 out of 5. The Outlaw, let's face it, is always going to be up there, a perennial contender for most aggressive system on the site, and the Outlaw Extreme for the 11 to 14 5-liter is certainly up there as well. Now, due to the configuration and due to the fact that this thing is as loud as you know what, don't expect the most quiet experience inside the cab of your F-150 while cruising. That being said, check out some of our customer reviews on the product page. Some guys are actually pleasantly surprised by the lack of interior noise. It is going to be there, but it's not as bad as you might think, so don't let that be a deal breaker for you. But let's talk about how the Outlaw Extreme gets its very aggressive tone, and what you see is what you get, guys, right? You're looking at a 3 to 4 foot long system featuring the combination of 3-inch mandrel bent tubing and that single Outlaw series muffler, which no doubt is the star of this system. Listen, I've been to Flowmaster, I welded one of these things up, and what I can tell you about the Outlaw Muffler is that you're looking at a 4-inch piece of tubing with about 5 to 6 metal baffles welded into place. Still straight through by design, so you're not really killing the flow here. Instead, you're just kind of shaping the tone with your 5-liter engine. And one of the nice things about the metal baffles is that you're not going to have to worry about any internal packing kind of blowing out over the years, changing the sound of the system. Instead, it's going to be very consistent for the life of your truck. And that combination of the straight through by design Outlaw series muffler, the 3-inch mandrel bent tubing and turndown, yes, you're going to be looking at some head turning bark here with your 5-liter truck, but Flowmaster actually claims a little bump in performance over your factory exhaust system as well. Nothing crazy, but 8 horsepower is what they're saying. Definitely worth pointing out with this system. Construction-wise, well, there's not a lot to talk about, but what we can tell you is that you're looking at 409 grade stainless steel here throughout, including that single Outlaw series muffler, and it has been finished off in Flowmaster's kind of black spray paint just to help reduce any further corrosion over the years. Shouldn't be a huge concern depending on where you live. Now this thing does dump underneath the truck, again, right before that rear axle, which some people might actually prefer. They don't maybe like the look of any exhaust tips coming out from underneath the rear bumper or from the side of their truck and would rather see nothing at all. If that is the case, then this system should appeal to you in that regard. Nevertheless, guys, everything is made right here in the USA and is backed by Flowmaster's limited lifetime warranty. But before we get into the install, I do want to focus back in on that bang for your buck, because in my opinion, you're getting plenty of it here with the Outlaw Extreme. No, you're not getting a lot of materials, and I'm not referring to that. Instead, I'm referring to your return on investment. For south of 300 bucks, you're getting a ton of tone. Again, at the time of this video, the least expensive system currently for your 11 to 14 5-liter powered truck. Now, could you go to your local exhaust shop and have them fab you up something similar for maybe a little less dough? Sure, but this is a convenience factor, and you are getting one of Flowmaster's most popular mufflers with the Outlaw series. Switching gears, let's talk about the install a little bit more here with the Flowmaster Outlaw Extreme, and as I pointed out at the very top of this video, there will be some cutting needed for your factory system in order to install the new Flowmaster. So I'm still gonna go 1 out of 3 wrenches on the difficulty meter, maybe a strong one at that, and about an hour or 2 from start to finish, depending on your mechanical expertise and your setup. As far as your tool list, well, basic socket set is going to be doing most of your work with the Flowmaster install. You will need that cutting tool, of course. We always like to recommend a Sawzall and a fresh metal blade. And then finally, Flowmaster recommends a little bit of spray lubricant, PB Blast, WD-40, something similar, to help you with those rusty bolts underneath your truck, but also to help you with the rubber exhaust hangers, which can be a little tricky depending on your situation. First and foremost, guys, reference those detailed instructions that Flowmaster includes with the kit, and then go ahead and measure 4 inches back from the slip fit connection, marking it and then cutting carefully. Don't forget your eye protection. Once your cut has been made, you can drop the factory system from your truck, getting it off the hangers as well. Now, if you're doing this install on the ground, Flowmaster actually recommends cutting the system near the muffler to help you with the over axle portion. With everything out of the way, you can get to work hanging up the new Flowmaster Outlaw Extreme Muffler and system to your F150 using the included clamps to secure it to the section of pipe that you just cut. Now you might have to adjust some of the factory hangers located on the frame rail slightly just to work a little bit better with the Outlaw series muffler. Tighten all your clamps down and your installation is complete. So if you're looking for one of the loudest systems in the category for south of $300, look no further than the Outlaw Extreme, and you can grab one for your rig right here at AmericanTrucks.com.